Hello, everybody. We're playing Pathfinder, Rise of the Rune Lords. It's amazing. Last time we had the party have a talk with the mayor and the fantastic Shawela, Shawawawa,
Shalelu.
Shulelulu,
Shalelu.
Shulala.
Thank you for being here this week, James. I said it so many times last week, and nobody
I got it. I just
said anything.
Anyway, and then on their way back, they were accosted / taken away from their sweet drunken slumber to go fight a goblin who bested Thovin handedly.
Bested all of us for a long time.
I got my revenge. It's fine.
But the party did prevail
right grapple.
and have returned to the tavern, slightly wounded, but otherwise victorious.
I was the only one that was wounded, wasn't I?
The Layla damage.
The
The first
Layla?
time he came at me, he missed,
Elaine?
and then I believe
The Layla.
Shalelu, you guys, you fought that person?
No,
No.
that's
I
This
his
is
a
the
demon.
goblin.
hard-ass goblin.
They're Goblin
Yeah.
Hunter.
Sorry,
We
I'll
talked to her
make sure.
finally.
I'll be here from now on. Okay.
Oh, don't forget about the most important thing that happened last week, Grim.
And that would be.
Barlow and his adventures.
Oh, yes. Embargo got laid.
Barlow and his behind-the-scene adventures.
I would call it a little more than laid, but let's keep it.
Well,
I don't
him
wanna
and
get
one
weep,
before
weep,
maids
man.
had romp. Oh god. Why? Oh, too bad. It was just one maid. The
You
dice
just roll your die to see how many people you slept with.
Yes.
I also got a 1.
It's the best. Anywho, you'll find yourselves at the tavern, enjoying some drinks, nursing your wounds.
I think we went to bed at the end of last
Yeah,
session.
I think we all went to bed.
As we were preparing to get distracted from an adventure of trying to go to the farmlands and offer aid.
Oh, James, check out your journal. We acquired a map of the area.
My journal.
Yeah, I put one in the bag for you while you were gone.
I believe it is Sandpoint area map.
It's just a Sandpoint area map.
There's Sandpoint area and Sandpoint map. There's no Sandpoint area. area.
Oh, Sandpoint area then.
Thank you. Nice. Okay.
So you can see where the farmlands that I was telling you about were.
Right on.
And
I'm trying to find
The
what
goblins.
Sandpoint is in this.
upper...
I see it.
Yep. And the goblins are in the Nettlewood,
Nettle
the Mosswood,
in the Whisperwood.
the Shankswood, the Devil's Platter, and the Brine Stump Marsh are where the 5 goblin tribes reside.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, I believe, Grim, we had all gone to bed. So it should be morning.
I'm going to assume that you healed everybody up beforehand,
Yes.
because I'm a
Yes.
benevolent god. Okay, there we go. Everybody's healed up. You go to bed. You sleep soundly. You are undisturbed.
Ooh.
You wake up. I believe Thovin, being the elf, wakes
I
first.
sleep in.
Thovin being
After
the
being
elf
almost dead. Yeah, you better
to
sleep.
get some fantastic shut eye from his.
I got double night's sleep.
Oh no! Someone went away.
Means nothing.
Who went away?
Marlo.
No, I'm back. Sorry, I accidentally closed the screen. We're good. Continue your story.
So, Thover wakes up, decides to sleep in. Aldian wakes up, does his prayers, as he does. Ukar wakes up, opens his door, and finds nothing.
Yes. I'm okay with this. For all the trouble I went through to make an awesome blacksmith map for you, Grim.
Hmm?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yes. Nothing. It is your day. What shall you do with it?
I'm gonna go get breakfast.
Downstairs. Is there any boar left?
Only a smidge.
Only
I'll have a boar sandwich for breakfast. With a cup of OJ. No, Weave. Do you have any lavender left? I'd like some tea.
I do have
sorry,
some.
not Weave. Ukar, could you make me some tea?
I will hand
Would you like some crumpets with that tea?
I'll hand him a little bit of lavender to make tea with. And I do want to go... Before we head out, I'd like to go to the bottle solution shop. To tell them that I will be leaving... Huh?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
It was an alchemy shop. I was gonna work there helping them make stuff. But I want to let them know that I might be out of town for a couple days on a different assignment for the mayor. And that I will be back when I return.
You'll be back when you return.
I will be back when I return to town. And then return to the Rusty Dragon after that conversation.
He's obviously disappointed and had your tools laid out for the day. But he's like, that's okay. I understand it's important work what you're doing. Why? What are you doing up there?
It has 18.
What is
cores.
this? What is this sorcery?
Witchcraft.
You're wearing a headset.
I also go down to the bar area. And
How much lavender did you give me, Weave? Do I have
just enough
Like multiple
for...
things?
Just enough for your own tea. Because you were the only one there.
Okay, never mind.
And I'm on my way back. I can make more tea with everyone's there. I also planned on having a thing of tea in the morning.
I just saw Jamster's picture, sorry. Like I looked over and there it was.
Fantastic.
I'm just constantly happy.
I feel like that's Barlow. All the time after yesterday. What about what time is it, Grim? So I believe after breakfast, we're going to head out to the farms, if I recall.
I'll say it's about 9-ish by the time y'all are done with your conversations and breakfast and all that jazz.
Shall we head out to the farms, then?
Tea for anyone who wants it.
I want some tea. I need some tea, please. Thank you.
I'm gonna have mead.
You would.
Fuck you and your tea.
Because Thoven needs some goddamn mead.
Exactly.
After the night he had, I can say that.
Tea would be better for him after the night he had.
That is true.
Rejuvenates the body.
So does mead. Onward! Oh, and I tested out the skills. Skills are now working on the website.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sure.
also threw a couple out there.
Good to know.
God damn it, Grim. I still have that song stuck in my head. I can't stop singing it.
Which song? this song.
Oh, good.
If you can turn it down, Grim, so it's like quieter, we can just have it as
Quiet
our
for
background
me.
music.
Grim, just so you're aware, for my rage power that I took from my level 2 is Mighty Swing. So if I get it crit, it automatically confirms.
Let me double check
Nice.
on that because I thought there was a level restriction requirement on that thing, but
It is
yeah.
not. I am looking at it, but go ahead.
Mighty Swing. Your barbarian must be at least level 12th level before selecting this power.
Oh, I missed that. My bad. I'll get back to you.
Okay, well, let's head to the stables, get our horses, and head out to the farms then, eh?
Onward to
See what distracts us on the
victory!
way.
See what keeps us from leaving the town on the way.
You go forth. You saddle your horses and go out of town. On the way, you eye a very sleepy that guard. And he gives you the stink eye. And you
Is this the
slowly...
one I attempted to intimidate?
Yes.
Okay, Grim.
The powerful blow.
Yeah, the one you
which
I will
attempted to
choose.
intimidate, or the
I
one
will-
you attempted to mate.
This is the
Oh.
intimidate one.
It's very important distinction.
It is a very important distinction.
Oh dear.
Jamie,
In
there's
other
something
news-
called powerful blow. You should actually take a look at.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I was gonna either do that or quick reflexes.
Quick reflexes are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That
Which way out of town are you going to take?
Oh, let's see. I think we had discussed heading on the southern road until we passed the Cougar Creek.
I will take quick reflexes.
It's full of cougars.
And then I
We're gonna-
guess,
Travel along the Cougar Creek.
yeah, following the Cougar. I mean, I assume that these dotted lines are like the cow trails between farmsteads.
Indeed.
So I figured we would just. Should we take the northern dotted line and check out the? I think that's probably the best bet.
Yeah, the one that kind of skirts the.
Skirts the mountain
Levels.
range and then
Yeah.
hits the two farmsteads. Maybe we can stop by Habe's Sanatorium. See if they've had any issues before moving on.
I'm
Sounds
okay
good.
with this. There's a goblin tribe there too, right?
No, the Brine Stump Marsh.
Well, that's
Goblin
near
tribes
the
are.
Devil's
And then the Devil's Platter.
Plateau.
So where?
Platter.
I mean, yes.
So maybe if we see any goblins, we can kill them on the way.
I assume that the goblins reside around the pit in the Devil's Platter. Or maybe they're just all over the place.
Yes, they're just in the caves on the outside edge of the Devil's Cliff Ladder.
Let's ride.
Damn it.
Dun, 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 dun. Wait, where's the music? Come on, music. It's got a slow build.
I can hear it.
Okay, I cannot.
It's faint for me.
Dark
I can't.
continents. It's very, very low. It's getting higher.
I
Yeah.
can't hear it.
You don't want
so-
it too loud. It should be more or less just ambient sound, really, in my opinion.
Indeed.
I had to
Sound.
turn my thing up just because.
Anyhow, you leave on your journey. You make it around the pyre. You make it to Cougar Creek. And indeed, it is a creek. You continue on to your first homestead. You see the farmers out in the fields, hoeing and scything and all the things that people do during the season. Probably not those things at the same time because that doesn't make any sense.
I was just still thinking of them hoeing.
Of course.
Anyway. You continue around the southern edge of the Devil's Platter, and all is well, all is peaceful. Birds chirp, cats and dogs chase one another.
All all the while.
And
Apparently the Sandpoint area has a cat and dog problem. No.
Uh,
The same time, Sandpoint's
Are there
being
stray
attacked by
dogs? Can we
goblins.
collect them to bring?
medical science has not advanced to the point of spade and neutering your pets. There's a problem.
We should collect these stray dogs and bring them back to those for the children that lost all their pets during the goblin raid.
If you want to
surprised you're
herd
even out.
cats, then by all means.
Oh God. Count me
Uh,
out.
My name is Old and I have the
tell me
cat.
all about herding cats. That'll be amazing.
Oh God.
I mean, it's a good food source.
Anyway, you go forth. You go forth.
Baby.
And I have no idea what Habe Sanatorium actually is, so let me look that crap up. I just know that there's a point on the map. I didn't expect you to go there. It's feeling weird.
I assume it's just something on like the water, like kind of a water mill. I don't know.
The appendix is not terribly useful on this subject.
Google it.
What I love about having three screens.
Just
Don't do it. It's
Load.
spoilers.
make something up.
But it's like actually matters or something.
Doesn't.
70.
I could.
I can go to this place. Why must you?
Formerly known as the Saintly Haven of Respite.
Ah, indeed. It is exactly a sanatorium. It's a stone building with a gate around it. The guard outside of the gate mentions nothing amiss, and that all is well to his knowledge.
Is
Keep
it just
riding.
a single guard? Or is
I
there
mean,
two?
it's guard at the gate, and then there's like the doctors and whatnot you can see milling about inside.
I mean, unless you guys want to stop and talk to them.
Nah,
Yeah.
No.
if they say they're fine, then we continue on.
The Cray Crays are there.
Hmm?
The Cray Crays are there.
Yeah, basically. Nothing going on.
We go
Nothing
to
to see here.
the Wisher's Well.
Hmm?
Wisher's Well, is that the next stop on our journey?
Sure. Looks like it.
That's the direction we're going, right? To the east?
Yeah.
It does appear that way. Why did I go too far? There we go. The Wisher's Well ba, 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 is on a page around here. I trust it is. My singing's amazing. The Wisher's Well is a ruin that consists of a circular stone tower, only 30 feet high, from the outside that drops away into a 100-foot deep shaft, ending into a pool of water on the inside.
What's an actual
So literally a well.
I'd like to like fling a copper
Coin
piece
into it.
into the
That's what
well
I'm gonna do.
and wish for good fortune on our journeys today.
You drop that copper piece, and it echoes several times as it drops down.
Cheap, 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 cheap.
You throw a gold piece in there then.
No. I'm good.
It's no different than throwing a quarter into a wishing fountain.
I'm also flipping a copper piece in.
Ding, 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 splash. Splash.
I'll throw in a gold piece because I'm feeling charitable. For good
Just-
fortune.
Just in a good mood after the other day.
Yeah. I mean,
Your gold piece manages to not hit any of the walls on the way down and just has a nice plunk at the bottom.
I feel like my wish will be made.
Does it go throw at least?
Just don't forget to subtract the gold piece now.
I already did.
Oh. Anywho, you've now traveled about a mile on the road, and now another 2 on the slower moving horse trails. But you're still feeling pretty fresh.
Not
Your day.
seeing anything that looks like goblin attacks or tracks.
Nope. Everything is fine.
Yes, we just, where were we trying to end up before we change directions? Anyone
It's a
remember?
fantastic question.
I mean, the homestead said it'll probably have the best chance of something being amiss along the Weasel Creek and Turandarok River. So I would almost say check all of those, and then head back and maybe go south and back around.
So go over to the Thunderrock, Turak.
That furthest east little farmstead,
Yeah,
and then double back and
Go down.
go south
Go down.
towards
Just go
The-
down.
the Soggy River.
I mean, I assume that these are all open plains.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to see. I mean, they're
It's
fields.
only 2
Some
miles
static-
across, so if anything was like on fire or something, we would see the smoke in the distance.
I kind of feel like if we're really more likely than not, if we're gonna run into anything, it'd probably be up by the Shanks
The Goblin
Shanks
tribe.
Woods.
Right.
But
Where's the?
So you're from. At the
Oh yeah,
Wizard's
but
Club.
we're not supposed to be going up there yet.
I don't care.
I mean,
We're looking for people to help.
You go east or you go south? No wish as well.
east from the Wisher's Well.
Alrighty. You move on to the next homestead. It's getting to be late morning now. You see the little old lady and little old man and their two children eating lunch on the front porch. They wave kindly at you as you pass by.
Stop and ask them if they've seen any.
Pull out
goblins
my
yet.
axe.
Pull my axe.
Oh god damn it!
Stop and ask if they've had known or seen or heard of any trouble in the area from goblins and or other.
Oh, no trouble this day. Couple days back, my neighbor, a few houses down, well, they lost their house to the goblins, but if you keep on heading that way, you'll find it, I'm sure.
Which direction is he? Is he motioning the direction we were going?
Yeah,
Or, okay.
further east.
Okay. East. Gotcha.
Thank you,
Do
kind
we-
sir.
Do we get a sense that that's probably where Shalelu was talking about? She mentioned she had helped a family in the farmlands at one
guess
point.
I check
I did give a good enough description for you to make heads or tails
Sure.
of that.
I'm gonna give that guy 3 silver pieces, thanking
I
him
missed-
for
I
his
missed
time
what
and
the old guy said. Can I get
have a good
quick
meal.
real quick?
He said that there weren't any. He hasn't had any issues, but his neighbor down the way, the direction we're going, lost their house to goblins.
All right, let's keep going then.
Yeah. And Jepster gave them, or Arlo gave them silver pieces for their
Yep,
trouble.
I gave him 3 silver pieces for the trouble and to have a good meal on me.
They thank you very kindly. And wink to their little one. And he whispers to you, he's gonna get a birthday present this year.
By the way, James, I learned last week that silver piece is like a week's wage for these people, or some shit
I
like
know.
that.
Oh yeah. I'm taking care of people. You know, this is my lands.
These are my lands.
A lot of people are poor.
Anyway, You'll press on, and you go over 3 or 4 hills before the next house comes into view. And it's looking a little bit dilapidated, but is otherwise standing. The farmer, just him, out in the field behind his house working.
Hail, farmer. Right up to him.
He is far away from the road. You'd have to yell.
I'm not riding up to him.
Oh, okay.
Through his field.
I mean, there's got to be a path.
A path.
Is he like far, far away?
Yeah, like
Far away.
he's split on top of a hill over there, and you can just see his tools occasionally rising up and falling.
If I just look around, like, from the road, does it look like you said it was dilapidated, but it doesn't look like does it look like he suffered any goblin-ish or other related issues?
No, it's just an old house, standing, but you can tell it's probably going to fall down from a strong wind at some point.
Feel like we should move on. Unless you really want to walk out there.
I mean, how long would it take me to walk to him, do you think?
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna, I'm going.
Okay.
You approach him. You manage to not trounce on his crops on the way. He hears your footsteps approaching, and he stops what he's doing, and he looks over. He's all like, "Who the hell are you?"
What up, Holmes?
I'm not Holmes. Holmes lives down the way.
I'm Alden. And you are?
On my land, tending my field. What the hell are you doing here?
Hi, Sheriff.
Just coming by to see if you've seen anything amiss in the area or know of any problems that people have been having. There was a goblin attack on Sandpoint the other day, and we're just out scouting around to make sure that none of the outskirting farmsteads had any problems.
Well, I haven't had any problems, but my neighbor sure did. Came through here with some elf. They wanted to stay here for a night. Oh, I sent them right on.
Well, that's mighty neighborly of you. I guess we'll be on our way. I just turn around right away.
He didn't even give you a second glance, just goes back to work.
Some elf, huh?
He's elfish.
Elfism.
So, from his place, I'm imagining you're at the third from the east.
Sure, we can either go northeast or southeast at this point.
Yeah.
I would say northeast up to that one right next to the
River.
Can we
They're in
see
the
that
Rocks
one
River.
is the one that's seems to
There's
be
a hill.
destroyed? There's a hill?
It's
Okay.
about half a mile away.
Yeah, but you can see like
Over
14
It's a hill
miles.
apparently, through the woods. To grandmother's house we go.
Well, let's keep going.
You
Moving on.
crest over the hill, and indeed, it is the one that was destroyed. It is just a ruin, charred and black. It wasn't much of a house to begin with.
I
Well,
would like
it's-
to investigate the area to see if I can maybe sense if I can sense which way the if like where things were going as they were leaving, like goblins or creatures and people and stuff.
Can I get a better description? Is there a house? Is there a barn with the house? Is there any sheds?
It's a pretty small cottage, so far as you could tell, or was. Right now, at this point, it's just one standing wall that's just completely charred, and then just rough ruins. You could tell it was a dirt floor, and the fields behind were partially charged by the blaze, but there's still a sizable amount of the crop that's still viable. looking around, you can see the signs of scuffle. A couple of arrows here and there poking out of the dirt. No one's bothered to come by to really clean up yet.
Goblin-sized arrows?
Hmm?
Goblin-sized arrows?
There's some goblin-sized arrows. There's some elf-sized arrows.
I'm going to check out the arrows and see if there are any that I can utilize.
Indeed, you find 8.
Was I able to?
I'd also like.
Was I able to figure out like if anything fled the area and which direction it went?
You can roll a survival check.
I will roll a survival check.
Hopefully, it's better than Ukar's melee. It is not better than Ukar's
It
melee.
Nope, that's
I am
not
a car.
one.
I can roll it. I do have a point into it.
You rolled a nat one, Weave.
I know.
Again.
Again.
I'm getting them out of the way.
Ukar bends down to the dirt. An gust of wind comes up and just sprays shit in his eyes. Barlow, on the other hand, already being low to the ground, can survey the tracks well and sees that there's an obvious scuffle between goblins and some larger critters or people, like beings, whatever. Moving on. And you notice that behind the house there's a strangely large mound of just charred mass.
Is it a dead goblin body?
There we
Well,
go.
while they're doing this, can I walk through the ruins of the house and just see if there's anything salvageable?
You go through and you kick wood this way and that. You find a crap ton of coal and
I mean,
a
house.
few bits of metal here and there that's been melted in just mass.
What, they use fucking jet fuel to burn this house down? Melting
Jet
steel
fuel doesn't burn
beams?
steel.
Yes, it does.
The coal, is it like actually like nice
It's just parts of the house that are cold now.
quality or just okay?
And they're coals, literal coals.
This is masterwork coal.
Plus 1 coal.
This is goblin work coal.
Well,
Yeah.
Was I able to see? Did they have any sort of like a root cellar or anything buried anywhere?
They had
They're
a dirt floor.
yeah, it's a dirt floor, but
I mean, they don't have a hole dug and a piece of wood over it.
these are simple farmers, man. They don't know about cold storage. Put their shit on a donkey wagon, take it to market.
Just asking, man. You don't know who's smart and who's dumb. They're the ones that built a farm right next to the river.
That's
Actually,
smart.
mosswood.
Exactly.
It
So
actually
maybe
is
they know
mosswood.
to dig a hole in their house and put some shit in it.
Anyway,
Dig a hole, dig a hole.
who was it checking out the charred mass?
I guess I'll go
I-
look at it, or Thovin can. Since his survival was
Oven. You go and you check out the charred mass.
How much damage do I take?
Well, you haven't reached your hand into the center of it yet, so 0.
Did you check it for traps?
No, I'm not gonna check.
Do you
it
have
for traps.
no modifier on your survival?
Survival? Nope. Not at all. I haven't put 1 point in it.
I do.
Anyway, you get over there and you discover that it is indeed just a pile of goblin bodies that have been burnt. There are bones and
Gotcha.
like little bits of metal,
So
a
there's
couple
no
of arrowheads.
No non-goblin bodies. It's just goblin bodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oblong skulls.
Yeah. So pretty much they just burned all the goblins.
Alright, well,
I don't seem to see anything else in this area. Perception check to find out. Well, survey the area, I guess.
I
Are you
mean,
looking
Dolan,
for
do
anything
you
in
know of
particular?
any? Do you know of any elf herds that live in these
Elf
woods?
herds.
I'm not sure
Yes,
that elves are
herd of
called herds.
elves.
Community? Do you know of any elven communities that live in these woods?
Do I?
Because you said there was
I don't
elven
see
arrows, so I want to know who.
Isn't
I want to know who fucked
Shalelu
up these.
an
Is she
elf?
elven?
Or half elven
I
at
didn't-
least?
I mean, last I checked.
Yes, she is
an
elf. So she would have elven
Okay.
arrows.
Fair enough.
And she did tell us that she helped a family escape from goblin attack, which would probably be
I just
this
forgot
one.
that she was elven. I just forgot that she was elven.
I mean, she doesn't have to be elven to have elven arrows, per se. That's
This
racist.
is true, because I have elven arrows now, and I'm not elven.
Yeah, give those back. Those aren't for you.
Those aren't race compatible.
You get a -2 on each attack using an elven arrow as a human. Well, should we continue
damage.
on to the next
They're
house?
too elegant for you to
Do they?
use.
Are they of better quality? Do they do more damage?
Give me an appraise.
Want me to appraise them? Because I have a +6. It's my trait as a dwarf.
Hold on. Let me try, and then if I'm dumb,
My appraisal is a +6.
it's gonna be so bad.
Mine's 7.
Oh, that's working. Not bad.
It's not horrible. That was a -1 to that.
Arlo got a 19. You should probably have him look at them.
Shh. I want to look at them first and see if I can figure anything out myself.
As
They're arrows that.
Aldian is plucking these arrows out of the ground. He looks at the feathers, and they're very nice.
Wait.
Apparently, he's going to get an arrow.
Yes.
Was
I
that
always
all
have to
about?
have props. Alright. Checking out my arrows.
You notice that that is the worst.
The child arrow.
It's a child's bow and arrow thing.
It is apparently these elven arrows are -2.
And made of plastic.
And they stick. Not that one.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Sorry.
there's the fletching is a very nice feather, and the arrowheads are indeed of a good metal. At this point, Barlow comes over. He's like, "Oh, that's a very nice arrow." And from his description to you, you know that it would pierce more than your arrows that you have.
So does that give me like
It's a +1 to damage.
+1 to damage? Thank you.
Just keep in mind that you only have 8 of them.
Yep, I am already modifying my.
you have to specify.
Inventory.
I'm assuming you have to specify if you want to use those or a regular arrow.
I'm just gonna have them all in my quiver, and I'm just gonna roll a die to
Roll a percentile.
All right.
odd, even.
All right. Shall we move on to the next homestead? I believe from here we were heading south.
Yes. Do you go south or do you go south
Where's my map?
east? Because the one to the southeast is going to be the last homestead.
I would like to
Then you
go
get
to the
backtrack.
one in the southeast and then backtrack.
I'm good with
Sounds
that, I guess. Since we really haven't
Okay.
found anything.
You depart, and you get away from the cottage, and you're rounding over another hill, come into a valley, and Everybody roll a perception check. It's gonna be good, because Delane's gonna suck. Either
Just
Delane
Oh,
bringing
Gonna
you
roll
in.
the
We take a-
Hylas, probably.
no, never mind. You've read that shit.
I see time and space. +7
Sorry.
on my
Did you say a
perception.
perception check?
Yes.
Indeed.
Perception.
Oh, perception.
This also helps me to verify that everyone's shit is fixed.
I
Maybe.
what?
I'm pretty sure it is, but
Oh,
Oh, perception's under skills, baby.
Under all of the knowledge.
In alphabetical order.
darn.
Keep going down.
I'm passed right fucking by it.
anywho, as you come down to the base of this tiny valley, is hardly even worth calling anything. Your car
I can
notices.
barely hear you. You have your hand like right in front of your mic.
She doesn't care. You can see it in her face. What do I see?
You notice still a bunch of footprints going across the road. We're trying to be hidden, just out there, stamped into the mud.
What kind of
Keep an eye
footprints
going.
do they look like? Direction are
Well,
they going?
not
Are they
very
going? Going?
They're going
South?
south.
They're not very big.
Fuck Final Fantasy 11.
Do they look?
Are you
Like-
trying to play Final Fantasy 11?
I'm gonna point them
Sorry.
out to everyone and be like, "Hey, look, there's a bunch of small footprints here."
Are they
Everyone
child-sized
When I went to
footprints?
type in elven arrows,
Oh.
when I went to type in elven arrows for my inventory slots, I typed in elven arrows,
Oh gosh.
and then I clicked, and I was like, "That's not right."
Do they look like child's feet prints?
Roll a survival.
Shh.
I'll join in on that since I'm right here looking at the footprints.
Screw it.
11.
I will too. It's a stealth.
Apparently, Aldian knows
I know what
everything
these
about
are.
these footprints.
Alden stands down, puts his fingers on these, and he's like, "Goblins."
That's exactly what I was thinking. He just like licks his finger, puts it in it. It's like goblins.
Well, we have. Do they
They
look?
also know they are going southerly.
Did they look
They're going
fresh?
where?
Or
Southernly?
Southerly,
Where-
and they are also probably like they're from this morning sometime.
Where are we on the trail?
I'd say you're about halfway to that next homestead after the
So
white.
Further east?
just walking over the. They're just walking over the trail and heading through the field southern.
To grandmother's house.
Fresh.
I'd
How
say
far
we
away
follow
are we
them.
from that other homestead? Can we see it?
The one to the east.
Yeah.
You are a little ways off, but you are in the middle of this valley divot thing, so you can't see it from here.
Well, do we want to follow these
I mean,
footprints? or do we-
I'd say that if it was on fire, we would see the smoke over the hill. I'd follow the footprints.
Before we
Yeah.
entered the divot, were we able to see the house
Uh,
or valley?
let's find out. No, you weren't.
Okay. I say we follow these footprints.
Sound idea, Ukar.
And
Aldian,
quicken the pace.
being able to see these footprints with a keen gaze, follows these footprints subtly. You can tell that they stopped and spread out and come back together, and it's not orderly whatsoever. And you get about half a mile south of where that road was. And everybody make a perception check.
Or perception.
Now it's gonna be a fucking nat 1.
Boom. I rolled an 18.
Sorry, Delane.
Baby.
I cursed you.
Elaine is asleep.
She's just looking some other way. Where? What?
She's on her horse backwards.
Perception checks are always shit.
Thovin and Ukar, while Aldian is staring at the ground, making sure you're going the right way, you both look up to see the start of a smoke pillar reaching into the sky.
Wait, you need that high to see a smoke pillar reach into the sky?
I mean,
Is it like a pencil,
Think
like
we
a
were-
mile off?
Just the first to notice it, maybe? I'm gonna point it out to everyone else, since we have noticed it first, and say we should probably hurry up
Investigate.
and investigate that smoke.
Oh, man. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't even see it there in the sky.
I figure you would have noticed it
Thought it was a
soon,
flock of seagulls.
based on your.
Elaine's just on the back of her horse.
Flock of seagulls, haircut.
I'm gonna lean over to Thovin and tell
Okay.
him that his loved one is facing the wrong direction on her horse.
Guys,
Right over to her, just kind of
the
turn
footprints
around.
are still going this way.
And I'm gonna
Just tell her
suggest that we should probably double time it on our horses and then take off.
Double time.
Orange.
In the direction of the smoke, obviously.
You start to gallop away.
Back to Sandpoint.
Our work here is done.
We found them.
We've identified the threat. Time to go home.
Yeah, you guys didn't say we had to fight them. You just said
We just said
find
we were
them.
gonna check on the farms. We didn't say we were gonna help them.
Would we, for reasons of asking, would we be heading towards this one little house that's to the south of the road we were on that's kind of all by itself?
You'd actually be going to the one that's at that Four Corners, or that crossroad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Or
What are you headed towards?
To
At
the
the
east of the
Gross.
farmlands.
They're summoning demons.
Let's ride.
Anyway,
Oh, silver away!
You
give
guys
it-
can't
give
see
them
me,
a buff
but I'm
to rate.
bobbing with you.
I wish I had my coconuts.
Oh, that's right. My horse's
Go.
name is Tyrion.
You go buy some at the
On
store.
Tyrion, go!
Anyway,
Oh,
you
don't
you book it towards this homestead, or you assume to be a homestead, and partway you realize that the road is very parallel to you. So you, I imagine, logically just get on the road and start going south.
May as well shift.
Yeah.
Shift right.
Anyway, the additional trek, even on horseback, takes about another 10-15 minutes. And you arrive.
We
Da,
get
da, da.
getting a map.
I am editing the map.
Woo!
Hold on. I need to copy who he is. Because I forgot about that. Doo-doo-doo. And you arrive at the farmstead on fire! And so is the tree
Oh
in
god,
back.
it's really on fire.
Map. Really weird.
Oh, I can't zoom in or zoom out?
Yeah, I hodgepodge together. So to your
I can
east,
zoom out.
For some reason, it won't
you
let me.
can. To your east, you can see the wheat field. To your west is a sharp incline, topped by a stone wall. To the southwest is just a tall grass patch, and to the southeast is a tree line that becomes pretty dense for a bit.
Do we see anything as we arrive, other than
I don't know. Roll that perception check.
the burning building?
You see the burning building.
I want to know if
That's
I can
obvious.
find something a little more specific than just the burning building.
Is it a brick house?
Oh, I'm looking
Right.
at
What house?
people
The house.
and goblins
Oh,
or
baby.
bandits or
She's just not paying attention, like, whatsoever to what we're doing.
the flames are pretty.
She's just so enthralled with her horse.
Baby, roll a perception check one more time. I just want to see if it's working.
It's like your third nat one.
Okay, it is working.
It's like, oh, it's really not working. She's like, oh, let's just make sure it works this one time.
So what do I see, Grim?
You see. Da, 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 da.
Me and probably Barlow, because he scored pretty high too.
Do. Indeed. You two see. If I can remember the command line for this. 4 goblins behind the house.
Those look like people.
I point and go,
Like,
goblins!
Why are they pointing to the fire?
They're very excited about it.
Ah, fire! Fire!
It's the same goblin who is living.
I know.
I would like
Maybe
to.
maybe he's pointing at another goblin, telling him to stoke that
Okay.
fire.
Why
Uh,
are you in the middle of like 4 squares?
It was because he copied
Because
and
I'm
pasted.
special.
I would like to suggest before we go rushing in here
I
that
pull up my
somebody
axe.
stay with the horses, because we know goblins like to just kill creatures.
Well, there are 4 goblins over there, so they're far away from our horses.
Yes, but we don't know if there are any more in the fields or something.
Not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Grim, you're staying with the horses.
I think our horses will be fine. All
What do they all
squishy.
look the same? Oh, never mind. Is that Shadowfax?
Yes. There you go.
Apparently, I am now inside the white horse.
They're kind of cowish.
I think we should go assault the goblins.
Assault them, jeez.
Is
Yes, assault
is
them.
this fence? Is this a fence right next to us, Grim? Like with fence posts that I could tie the horses off to?
At this location here?
Yeah.
It is up about 8 or 9 feet of just steep incline.
Oh, okay. Is there anything on the nearby that I could potentially tie the horses off to?
No. That is not.
Fair enough. All right, I'll stay with the horses. You guys go take care of that. Make sure there's no one in the house.
I'm gonna try and sneak up to the goblins as close as I can before they notice me.
Holden draws a lightning. Shoot a red.
Lightning bolt.
I guess we need to roll for initiative, or have they not seen us?
Where are... What are y'all doing exactly?
I wanted to try and sneak up as close as I could before they noticed me.
And what path?
You know what? I want to go over here, south of the house. So kind of use the house as cover while going in this general direction.
God damn it.
I will also.
And... Delane goes there. Barlow
I kind of want
follows
to.
Delane.
Drawing my bow.
Thoven, wait.
Get in
stop.
front of Delane.
A lot of people are moving.
Thoven, where are you?
I'm over there.
Under my
Okay.
horse.
Alrighty. Bukar, you round the corner. And you see...
I see more goblins.
More goblins.
More goblins. So there are.
And just as importantly, they don't see you.
Sweet. They're facing the other direction, I'm assuming.
They are indeed facing the other direction, watching this giant tree just fucking burn.
Is there
Did you say something?
is the whole house on fire or part of it on fire? Is there any window that we can look in to see if there's anyone in there?
There are no windows. There is a door, however, where you are standing, where that path leads.
Is like part of the house on fire, or is it just fire ablaze right now?
The roof is in inferno. The inside, who knows?
I don't really want. I don't know if I want to go in.
Just open the door.
Okay, I push the door open with my axe.
It is latched and locked.
Okay. Can I? Is it a wooden door?
It is.
I have an axe.
As soon
You
as you
think
attack this door, we're gonna be fighting all these goblins.
That's why I'm wondering if I should. Because I don't know if that's. Well, I mean, yeah, they probably hear it. So
I mean, I'll cover you if you want to do it, and
Hold
try
on,
and
hold on.
stave off any goblins.
I guess that'd be a strength check, huh?
Hold on before. Hold on.
Okay. Holding with my axe.
I'm just gonna take this opportunity to say everybody roll initiative. I think we all know where this is gonna go.
Yeah, I can't use it. I was gonna use Mage Hand, but I can't. I have to be.
Hi,
same,
Alexis.
yeah. Wait, it's latched, isn't it? Can I just like
That's
I have a new car. I thought I got the 20 because it popped up as I pushed it.
Grim? Can I pick the lock?
You're welcome to try.
I'm gonna try. Is that disabled device? 16.
You go about picking the lock, and it is very quick work, but even at the quick work, you realize this door is fucking hot.
I don't think
And
we
the
should go
bits
inside.
are starting to warm up your tools.
I assume if we were probably there, someone in this house, they'd probably be screaming to get out.
Exactly.
So
They're probably dead.
yeah.
pretty fair assumption.
All right, roll initiative to Thovin.
The lane's initiative is pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm. At least I don't go last. It's okay. He's
No,
got a
that's
bow.
me. I'm with the horses, so it just makes sense.
Please, whatever you do, Alden, go to the other side of the house so you don't. We're nowhere near your. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I am a mile away from you.
You'll
like
still
60
hit
feet.
one
You're,
of us.
you're 60 feet.
Alright, are we?
Yeah, 60 feet.
So,
Oh wow, that's
Logan has rolled his initiative delay. Hold on, I need to write these things down before we get much further.
It goes Ukar, Delane, Thovin, me, Aldian, and whatever your monster stuff is. Delane coughs and gives us away and alerts the goblins.
Do I have line of sight on this goblin?
Looks like it's gone through the house.
I just want to make sure.
You can see like part of it. Like you know the one's there, but you wouldn't have a clean shot.
Yeah.
These other two,
Like,
you
what
get,
about these?
those
these, like, little
are
bushes?
like cabbage and like
Okay,
little
perfect.
crops.
So nothing.
Vegetation.
So even like this one, I can probably see.
Yeah, you have a clear eye to them.
Not these three. Got it. Thank you.
Crap. Do. What order did you say? Ukar and then
Ukar, Delane, Thovin, Barlow, Alden.
Dalton is. in-
Car, what are you
in the
gonna
stream.
throw at him now?
I said hello to Dalton earlier.
Ukar, Delane, Soven, Barlow.
I mean, they haven't noticed this yet. So if we got up close to them, wouldn't we get some sort of?
Oh, just to let you
Bonus
guys know,
to hit or
since we
something.
rested, all those spells that you guys picked that are brand new, you guys can use them now.
Indeed. Okay. Continue on with the action.
Nice.
Oh, we have all that admin shit
Nice.
done.
Nice room.
Would it be possible for me to attempt to sneak up on one of the goblins and get a surprise attack?
It is indeed possible. Let's see what happens.
I'm gonna attempt that. And if nothing else,
well, that's-
I am first in initiative anyway, so.
Go to the farther one so I can reach the other one.
Well, it depends. Stealth check!
I guess. Yeah,
25.
I guess, yeah. Whoop, I wasn't worried. I had full confidence that you would get a high stealth check.
So I want to know if I can either... I want to know, can I get to... Oh, I'm not using the right tool. Can I get to this one without them seeing me? For my sneak attack? Or would I have to attack this one?
Probably that closer one.
That's kind of what I figured. That's what my plan was, but...
Which one were you gonna go for?
I was going to attempt to sneak up on this one, this close one to me. Because I know that's in range.
Pink and yellow?
Okay, you got about... Ukar has bought you 1 round. What shall you do with it?
Wait, what?
Do I get up to him? Or...
20. Ukar gets there. Which, everyone else, you get 1 round. What do you do with it?
Oh, so that was like my turn.
Well, it's at this point that you are spotted by the goblins.
Oh.
And shit goes down. However, everyone else has about 5 or 6 seconds, a round, to do something.
Well, I already had my axe pulled off from prior. So I guess it's not my turn, it's Lane's turn next.
Is it still my turn since I've been spotted?
I mean, it's not really important who goes where first. I just seeing if y'all wanted to do anything. But I guess not.
Well, I mean,
will.
if I
So,
was
no, like,
I'm
everybody gets 6 seconds to do something. Yeah, that's why we're not doing anything. We're confused.
Okay.
So, he's moving up to this goblin stealthily. Is he
Yes.
getting an attack on it? Are we all going to be able to do an action before the goblins do something?
The car is moving slowly enough that you have enough time to do 1 action before he's spotted.
AKA pull out a weapon, blah blah blah, that kind of thing.
Indeed.
So if I
pull out my rapier.
I had my axe pulled out like 6 miles ago.
already drew my bow before this,
Use some elven arrows.
A rogue of my level would always have his rapier drawn.
Car, you also see an additional goblin.
Oh look, an
Not
additional
over
goblin.
there.
Jeez.
Well, if I can attack something now. Everyone's done what they're gonna do.
nope.
Okay.
I'm going to use my level 1 spell, magic weapon. On my bow. I'm gonna touch my bow. It just gives me a +1 to attack and
Touch
damage
his
rolls
bow.
for 1 minute.
Alrighty.
Sounds sexy. He touched his bow.
We might actually need the round tracker this time. It's gonna be amazing. Alrighty. Ukar, you approach the goblins. Which, by the way, can you tell the difference between each of these colors?
I can. I don't know if we can.
Yeah.
That's why.
Like I'm assuming this one has a red and this one has a red and a blue.
No, yep.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
And this is a red and something else, but
Yellow.
and these two are different.
Orange.
I can see they're
Green.
different. I don't know what colors they are.
Yeah. Here,
I'm just gonna
maybe
keep
this-
clicking on them to let you know that I'm attacking them,
Okay, that'll work. We'll do.
or I'll be right
That'll
next to it.
work.
That's
Anyway,
what they do.
You get that far, and Goblin Orange stares across the fire, points directly at you. Longshanks says!
I don't know.
And
I don't speak goblin.
this is
Longshanks.
for all the tall folks, and all the goblins turn to look at you.
Perfect.
They know what's up.
You want to yell, "You come in peace" or anything?
Ukar, it is your turn. You are staring down several goblins.
Okay. So, question for clarity reasons: is this a new round?
Yeah, this is round 1.
Okay.
Ready to go.
I just wanted to make sure this wasn't like part of my attempt to like get closer. I'm going to throw. I have a plan. I'm gonna throw a dog slicer at him. At this one right here.
Okay.
Because reasons. Nope. I'm assuming that misses.
Oh, yes.
And now I am going to. Oh.
Hightail it the fuck out of there.
That is.
He runs up, throws a dagger, misses. Oh shit! Turns around and pokes it.
I'm gonna move back over here. And that will be my turn.
Dalton says, "Protect your ankles, adventurers. They bite."
Yes, yes, he does. Also, say hi to Dalton.
Dalton's watching.
Dalton.
Nice.
Yep.
Hi, Dalton.
Dalton.
He also says Toshi looks like she has murder eyes.
I'm sorry, I don't feel very
Wait,
good.
where's the link to this stream?
That's her. I'm at home face.
Because I can't see it. I feel like I gotta look for it. I guess I could.
Oh, dear. What is... Oh, God.
That is one way to do it. I was going to put it in the chat, but
Indeed. Also... Music. Anyway, you run away. The goblins pursue you.
as I planned. It's too many for me to grapple, so
Yeah.
Come here, everybody! This is why you need that rope I was telling you about.
I have a rope.
I know. Jesus, all the goblins get to go before us.
Yep.
Goblins have high dexterity, yo.
Great.
Which plays a huge part into your initiative. Oh, I don't suppose I could have taken a... Oh no, it probably takes an action to take a defensive stance, doesn't it?
It does.
Never mind. It's
Can I
fine.
still see
They will
that
follow
one?
you. Huh?
I still see that one.
Indeed.
Holy shit, they all go at the same time.
Did you put up the
They,
initiative
they
tracker?
all
I don't know.
all beat Delane.
Look, Aldian, you don't even have a line of sight anymore.
I do on one.
Anyway, as
Oh,
they
yeah.
come around, they all, these first three draw swords, and the back four pull up their crossbows. Delane, it is your turn. You can see the first three easily.
The pink and yellow goblin I attack with magic.
Magic missile.
The yellow purple.
Yeah, yellow purple.
I believe there's a 1d4.
That is yellow.
Is it a 1d4?
It's totally yellow pink.
My bad.
Yeah.
That
There's a
1d4
green and
plus one.
purple.
Well,
Yeah, plus
either
one,
way.
right?
Okay. Is it plus one?
I think it's plus one.
Yeah, it's
Is
1d4
it?
plus one.
Yep.
Son of
Yeah.
a bitch.
Okay,
Fine.
what's
It's just-
three?
Two.
Just
Say
fine.
three.
Three.
You've got your
Okay.
roll.
Alright.
He looks very surprised. He did not expect so many Longshanks. Thoven, you find yourself alongside a burning building with goblins running around.
Trying to figure out if I want to go up and around, or if I want to attack these.
Well, the back four have crossbows, so.
Exactly. I don't do well with crossbows or any type of projectile.
Right. And as far as we can tell, they don't know that Aldian is that far away. I don't know. And if you go up and around, Aldian can get to you quicker to heal you in case you get fucked. Since that seems to be a going trend.
That is very true.
Don't worry. I'm here this week. It's gonna go great.
Are you abandoning me, Sylvan?
Yes, I am.
We all run
You have
away from
Barlow
the
down
car.
there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a full round move and right there.
Alrighty.
They can't see me. They're facing the opposite direction.
That was not a smart idea.
You can move over.
That's
Exactly.
my line of sight right now.
Gotta protect our horses, apparently.
Do you want our horses to be killed by these fucking goblins?
I don't think they're gonna get killed by our goblin.
I mean, as long as you guys can pull them up from behind the house, I can shoot this far. So,
Was kind of the plans to get them over
see
towards
that.
everyone else.
Barlow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it back.
Oh, it's my turn.
Indeed.
I go into a rage.
Alrighty. How many rounds can you rage for? It's probably going to be important this time around. That's why I ask.
Yep. Starting the first level, Barbarian can rage number of rounds per day equal to 4 plus their Constitution, which is
Each level after first rage for 2 additional
Constitution
rounds.
is
So
5. Sorry. Be 3. 3.
so 11. Oh,
I'm not
per
done reading it.
day.
but what did Neris just say?
So that's
Oh, he got to it.
range number of rounds 4 plus their Constitution, so 7. After each level, it's additional 2 rounds, so 9 rounds total. I can go into a rage.
Okay. You go into a rage!
Ah!
What do you do with it?
Go fucking kill a goblin. That's what I'm gonna go do.
I just raged and that's it.
Yeah, right.
That's my
He
turn.
goes into a rage. I'm done.
Takes a nap.
Oh, right into the middle of them.
Uh,
I wish I could have seen Jamster's
I'm gonna
rage
go
face,
for that one
or
right there.
Barlow's rage face.
Oh, it was good. I just
It
want
looks
you to
like
know.
that. That's
I'll be
that's
right
his
back.
rage face.
I swing with my mighty dwarven battle axe.
$17.
Does rage affect accuracy? I forget. No,
does.
power slash
Nope.
does. Power attack does.
Hold on, no. So I got a 11 plus 6. Is it taking my base attack bonus? Or is that for actual damage?
Base attack is to hit. So.
You might want to give
Looks like-
yourself 4 more HP on rage temporary.
It already it already did.
Oh,
I don't
did
get-
it?
I only get increase my constitution by 4 and I get a 2 temporary HP increase from it, I believe.
Yep. I believe so.
The increase in constitution grants the barbarian 2 hit points per hit dice.
Oh, he's right.
So what do I have to
And
do?
the 4 HP?
That's 4 extra HP.
Alright.
Anyway, is that attack roll correct for this red yellow?
Yes, 17.
In true Barlow form, you scream in bloody murder, jump into the fray, let down your axe, and cleave a goblin in two.
Just one shot a goblin?
Yes,
Nice.
he did.
I've missed having you here with us, Barlow. Oven almost dies every time we fight goblins without you.
Because I'm the tank if he's not here.
And actually,
Well, if you wouldn't have stolen that one's food.
You told me to move the body, and I moved the body.
I said nothing of the such.
Of the such.
Of the such.
Sword.
Uh,
And battle music.
Aldian,
Swords.
you're up there doing your
Don't
thing.
hit me.
The horses seem
Fucking don't hit me.
startled, but are not threatening to go anywhere.
I got a clear line of view on this guy.
Yes, you do.
Indeed.
All right. I will not use my I can't hit shit ability, and I will just make a regular attack. Ranged.
Ooh, 20.
That's 21 actually.
Was oh, because of your weapon thingy?
21 to hit.
You peg that goblin real good. How much damage do you do?
Apparently at range you can hit stuff, but you can't hit them point blank.
Right.
Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be firing arrows at
using
things
the
from,
elven
like,
arrows as well. Oh
Dude.
my god.
No, not this time.
Wow, that is a horrible roll.
Sarah comes through and pegs him in the arm, but he still stands.
Hits him with 2. He explodes. No.
Right.
However, the twang of your bow has noticeably startled the horses. As now they know for sure shit's going down.
Get away from the horses.
Are they trying to escape?
No, they're probably just getting on easy.
Did you set up the thing, Grim?
That is
What's
the
that?
end of my turn.
The tracker?
The
5-foot tactical movement.
Yeah, the turn tracker or whatever. I thought you said you were going to.
I'm just counting on
Okay.
paper.
Sure.
That made a point that your bow sounded like it somewhat startled the horses.
Yes.
Anyway,
I mean, I can't tie him to anything. I think I just have him wrapped around my foot right now. No, no.
They take off and drag you away. That's what's gonna happen. Don't do that.
Can I burn my moving action to just go easy?
that is a handle animal.
Guess there's a skill in that.
Is that a-
Maybe I should have
is that a
stayed with the
roll?
horses.
Can I do
That's
that?
a skill. It's a skill
Oh,
check.
sure. All right.
Skills
Unskilled.
untrained.
You do nothing.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
No. You can still use it.
If it's an untrained skill, it pretty much
It's an untrained skill. Bum, bum, bum.
I have it trained. Maybe
Go.
I should have stayed with the horses.
Good horse. Don't leave us, horse. Anyway, as you
Should have really found a
Do
place
your
to tie these
best.
guys off.
move in,
Well, there really isn't anything.
What was
Hmm?
that?
what were you all saying? Yeah,
Well, you said Thoven.
Oh, yes. Thoven, while Aldian is trying to calm the horses, in front of you appears a goblin.
Ooh.
What? Why does he have a snail on him?
Because I ran out of colors.
Ran out of
He
colors.
what?
She ran out of colors.
Is he like extra slow?
To the contrary, he is wearing the same armor of the goblin that nearly killed you the day before.
Ah, motherfucker!
A lot of goblins.
I'm gonna go around and be sneaky. Nope, I'm gonna counter the boss.
He comes around the corner and makes an attack against you.
How could he see me?
Oh, jeez.
Was he like hiding in that burning house or something?
He was actually at the back step. You just never found him.
Sure.
Like, you didn't, like, come around to see
We
him.
didn't come around enough.
He is somewhat startled
did
by
he
your
hit
presence,
me?
however, and his jab does not
Good.
hit you.
He's
Jesus.
startled.
Do we-
It crits
Startled
me
at
for some
you as you were.
reason.
Yeah.
Do we just hear Thovin scream like a little girl because of the terrors of the goblin in front of him?
Ah!
Kukar,
My turn.
it is indeed your turn.
Alright. Now that I've kind of drawn some of the goblins over, I'm gonna move back forward. And I am going to punch him in the face. Lost my character sheet for a second. Nope. I'm gonna miss horribly, apparently. Net 1.
Indeed. You go over there, you stumble on a loose rock, you just whiff the air. No, hey, look, it's the goblin's turn.
Apparently I clicked the button twice, but either way, both miss.
The goblin that you punched at is bleeding from several areas, but determined to kill something to mount on his wall.
Oh, jeez.
So I get an attack of opportunity.
It is a 5-foot step, you do not.
Ah, sad face.
Comes over to Barlow and swings his tiny sword.
His diamond sword.
I can swing my sword.
I had to.
And it just barely misses Barlow.
It looks
But
like
his
your health
partner-
is over what it's supposed to. Oh, you're
It is.
raging.
It
Never mind.
is.
That's fine.
Yes,
He's
temporary.
in a
hit
rage.
points.
Right.
'Cause he
As
is
I was
rage.
saying that, it dawned in my head.
Green Purple, however, uses the opportunity
Also misses.
to hit Barlow. Truly. For 4 damage.
By temp HP.
It's okay.
It's okay. There's still another 4 of them. Goblin Red
It's okay.
tightens his bow.
He could hit his goblin friend for all I'm hoping for.
It is entirely possible, and they all know it.
They all know it.
And
Yeah,
they
the
do not
advantage is of
care.
being surrounded by a bunch of goblins.
He looses an arrow at you. And it catches you. A glancing blow in the arm. But it does 3 damage.
Glancing blow takes. I would expect that to be like a 1.
God damn it.
Goblin Orange. Confident in his abilities. Aims at Barlow as well. But manages to plunk an arrow into his dead friend instead.
Into his dead friend.
Oh, that's convenient.
Goblin Green laughs heartily at Goblin Orange, also loosing an arrow. God damn it.
Into Goblin Orange.
Into the cutting off one of the elongated ears of Green Purple.
Yay!
Whoa!
So disorganized.
They're goblins! Goblin, red blue, also moves a bit and takes a shot at Barlow. God damn it! But manages to land it into red instead.
We don't even have to fight this.
Right?
Guys, let's go home.
This is your farm now.
God damn it. Delane, it is your turn. The goblins have
Why?
made a fool of themselves.
Yes, they have. I'm going to shoot another magic missile at Goblin Yellow
Pink.
Pink. Yellow Pink. Yeah. Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, 5
Nice. The blast hits the back of the goblin with such force that it just forces him to the ground, and he is very dead.
How much HP did he have left?
Well, that one took
I had him twice.
I hit him
5,
once.
2, 3. So
8.
Oh, I was asking how much did the goblin have left in HP? How much did Delane go over?
Bunches.
Well, they must not be very strong. So I hit it with a 1 for 8, and it killed him. So probably somewhere.
somewhere in the 7 mark. Alright, who's next?
Thoven is next. Face to face with
Up there dealing with that
your
goblin.
nemesis.
Face to face with the bastard. Okay, I attack him. Let's see how this goes.
I start preparing for the funeral.
I miss.
Indeed, you do.
Why did I have to go around this way?
Barlow.
I was startled that he missed me and missed myself.
Are you gonna move at all,
No.
Thoven?
Yes, I can actually take a 5-foot step right here. Doop.
Barlow.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step up to the side here, and then go for an attack on the green purple goblin. Also, that's a 16 on my attack because I have a hatred to goblins. So
Is that a legit thing?
Yeah.
Total dwarf thing.
I hate
So-
goblins too. Can I have a +1?
You may not.
The racial thing. Don't you get a bonus with your rage too? Or is that already factored in?
it's already factored in.
Just checking.
Barlow puts his axe horizontally, steps forward and swings at the same time, and just lops the head off the goblin.
Am I able to use a minor potion of healing that I have in my inventory before my turn ends, or no?
You have not drawn it, and that would be a move action. So you could have it ready for next time.
No, that would mean I put away my axe.
No, you could have your axe in one hand, and you have to just like rummage through your pouch for the other one.
Okay, I'll do that. End of my turn.
Alrighty.
What is the name of the backpack where...
Handicap attack.
There we go. I couldn't remember the name of
What
it.
is it?
Basically, the moment you put your hand in, you grab exactly what you're looking for.
Sure.
Kind of like the bag of holding where you just have to think about it to pull it out.
No, the bag of holding you actually have to go through.
No, you actually have to go through.
Oh, well. Then,
It's like a woman's purse. There's like just a bunch of black holes in there. You just gotta rummage.
then it works differently in 5th edition, which is what I was thinking of. 5th edition, you just put your hand in it, and think about what you are trying to get, and that's the only way you can pull things out. Anyways, next person.
Albion.
All right, I'm going to move right here.
What are horses?
I'm trying to decide if I want to take him with me or not.
No, that'd be worse.
You probably wouldn't make it that far then.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm going to pop point blank shot,
Oh god.
which gives me a +1 to hit
Oh god.
and +1 damage. No, yes, I need to remember.
That was rapid strike.
No, rapid fire gives me 2 attacks, but -2 to hit. Point blank gives me +1 attack, or +1 to hit, +1 damage. Yeah. Okay. So. And I'm going to draw one of my elven arrows this time. And I'm shooting at Snail. So that is a 25 to hit.
And 5 damage. Oh no, you already
And-
it's already factored, or
7 damage.
One from the Elven Arrow, and then 2 for the point blank.
1 from elven arrow, 1 from point blank, 1 from magic weapon.
Okay.
So 7 damage?
7 damage.
You loose your arrow, and it buries itself right in the leg of this goblin snail.
I imagine whenever he fired, there's like a trail of like vines, but they're like mystical vines.
Oh.
And is that your turn, Albion?
Can I move back to the horses?
You have already moved.
Oh, that's right. This is stupid. You can't take part of your move and then do an action and then take the rest of your move.
Then that means it's my turn, right?
Yep.
It is, in fact,
Oh, it's probably this weird goblin.
snails.
Snail's turn. Forgot he went.
Goblin snail, screaming in agony, directs his hazers towards Tobin.
Of course.
Da-da-da.
I wouldn't have expected anything less.
Dealing 4 damage to you. And then, because he is a smart goblin, at least smarter than some, takes a 5-foot step around the corner of the house.
Right back.
Hookah!
All right.
There lies before you 3 very dead goblins, and 4 goblins with bows and arrows.
I'm gonna move to this one. And you know what? I'm gonna punch him in the face. No, I changed my mind. While I'm moving there, I'm gonna pull out my comma and use my comma to attack him. Not that it makes any difference, but nope, didn't make any difference.
Sure didn't.
Be
he,
able to hit stuff. Stupid rolls.
he blocks your comma with his bow. Yeah! holding his eyes closed, surprised that it worked. It is now the goblin's turn. The goblin red that you just attacked, startled, jumps backwards and looses an arrow at you, Ukar. But in his frightened state, just manages to bury it in the ground instead. Goblin Orange, laughing at the misfortune of Goblin Red, continues his attack on Barlow.
Very selfish goblins.
Why is Goblin Orange laughing at everybody?
It's a trunk, man.
Hi.
We need to figure out what the tree they're burning is. They all got high burning that tree.
That burning bush.
Quick question.
Anyway, what's up?
For something that's 20 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. Now that I'm level 2, is that 30 feet?
Plus how many feet per 2 levels?
It's 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels.
So that'd be 30 feet.
Okay. Thank you.
Barlow, the arrow manages to hit you for 3 damage. Bum, bum, bum. Goblin Green, being more sensitive to his friend's needs, attacks Ukar.
Can you see me through the burning tree?
That's like just slightly around the burning tree.
I mean, you've got the trunk and then the leaves, and we have the top-down view, so it looks bigger than it is on the ground.
Just
I know.
That's what she said.
Anyway,
Is it what she said?
aiming at Ukar, but manages to hit the tree anyway, and the arrow hits the trunk and splits in the air. Red-blue up here.
Why is it
Slightly
red-green?
inside. Huh?
Why can't it be red-green? Come on, Graham.
I don't get it. Okay.
Red and blue.
Red
Versus blue.
red and green show. Am I showing my age?
Yes.
Red-blue looses an arrow in the direction of Ukar, but it flies way over his head and lands in the forest behind.
ain't nothing gonna hit me.
It's Delane. No.
Just out of
Over the house. Just-
However, it is in fact Elaine's turn.
Ooh. Magic missile one of these goblins to death.
She's only got 2 more.
You might have to take a step out from behind the building, but it's like what, like 120 feet or something like that range.
Oh yeah, it's stupid range.
I move out here and hit a laughing goblin orange with the magic missile.
I can hardly hear you.
Sorry.
I know.
Just going for
Attacking
orange.
this one with a magic missile for 4 damage.
You managed to shut him up. He's like the Deadpool from the first one.
Really? You went there? You went there?
Graham,
Did he hit him in the mouth?
Graham,
He was laughing so hard the bullet just went straight into his gaping maw. Just
Woo!
Anyway,
Aldian was trying to get your attention for something.
so this aura around me is a 30-foot aura, but the
Indeed.
distance this goblin is away from me is 35 feet. Although it looks like the aura is touching him. If I use my thing, is it going to hit him?
Where's my ruler? 30 feet, 30.
Beautiful, nice.
No, because the true rate, like the grid radius would miss him.
Actually, can't you actually cause an aura on yourself?
Yeah, that's what he would do.
I mean, that would be his channel energy.
It's a 30-foot radius
So-
around you, right?
Ah, there we
If I
go.
do that, oops, don't want to move off.
Yeah, that there's just not. It's just not forming to the actual like grid square
Exactly.
template.
Right.
Anyway, Thoven, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step forward and attack.
Woo!
Boom.
Oh snap!
And that is actually, what did I roll on that?
16 plus
Oh,
4.
16. Damn it. Never mind. I thought it was gonna be an 18 or something like that, but is that what a crit?
Right, like my 19. If only my bow crit on 19s. I could have had triple damage.
Okay, so it's 1d6 plus 4.
How high is your strength?
My strength is plus 3. Plus my. No. Yes, no.
Maybe just plus.
No,
7.
it is 3. Okay, so plus 3. 6 damage.
You step forward and you bury your daggers.
Rapier.
You bury your rapier straight into the throat of this goblin. You pull it out, and he falls to the ground.
So like Sansa from Game of
Ooh.
Thrones.
Yeah, basically.
Mhm. Yeah, fuck you!
Barlow.
I go over and teabag the goblin.
You're out of movement.
Damn it!
No.
Teabagging?
Can I make a 5-foot step towards Goblin Red, attack, and then chug the potion at the end of my turn?
No.
No.
I would say chug the potion on the front end, because that way you can have two hands for your X.
Oh, it's only a one-handed weapon, so I don't need two hands.
Then yeah, go for it.
But I could do it in any way. It still
Yeah,
works
okay,
out.
fine.
Okay, I'll just chug my potion of small healing.
Cure light wounds. I think it is.
I can't
1d6.
remember for potions. Yeah, you actually roll for potion, right?
1d6.
If it's cure light wounds, I believe that's 1d6. 1d8, sorry.
Yeah, 1d8
That's still
plus
Still
1.
so 4.
Yes. Plus 1 per
That's funny, because didn't Delane do that exact same thing earlier with her magic
Yes.
missile?
Yes, you did.
I'll attack Goblin Red.
So yeah, it should be 3 plus 1, and she should heal 4.
Since he's level
Yep.
2.
Well,
we
it's
go
from the
to-
caster that made it.
Okay, gotcha.
What level was the
Oh.
caster?
Well, it was a goblin,
Ooh.
so
Ooh.
probably not very high.
Barlow. Roll a d2. Or flip a coin. Same thing, right?
Let's see if he hits me.
I can't roll it. Yeah. 1. Nat
can.
1.
You can roll a d2.
A nat 1.
You chug the potion while you're stepping, toss it down, and Unfortunately, you tossed the glass in front of you, and as you came down, broke it in the air with your axe, and some of the shrapnel came back to hit you for 1
I'd
damage.
never toss it in my direction I'm walking, but sure.
I gotta make something
At
up.
least,
I
At least
was thinking you were gonna.
wasn't what I
threw
thought
it
was
at
gonna
Uthar,
happen.
That's what I thought.
I know, right? Hits him in the face.
Alright.
I was thinking I was thinking you were gonna have him throw the bottle
Throw
down
the
on the
axe.
ground and then step on it.
No, what I was thinking was he was gonna throw his axe down instead of the bottle. Tries to throw the bottle at the tries to attack the goblin with the bottle. It's like, oh,
Swings the
fuck.
Nope, I like the road you took. Let's not do that.
That one, anything could happen.
Alright.
My turn.
I would have done damage with the bottle.
That would be hilarious if he did do damage with the bottle.
Throw anything, yo.
Aldian, it is
Alright,
your turn.
I'm going to use.
Also, you notice that the horses that you're still somewhat paying attention to are rearing up and neighing and all but bolting.
All right. Well, I'm going to use a spell, Shield Other on Thovin.
What does that do?
Half the damage he takes, I take instead. So if he takes 10 damage, he actually only takes 5, and then I take 5.
What is the range on that spell?
30 feet. Well,
Okay.
25 plus 5 for every 2 levels.
Someone a slice case thought of this before.
After I do that, I'm trying to find out if I lost it. I don't. It's one of my new spells, so I don't know much about it yet. So I don't know if I have to roll anything for it.
Oh man, I forgot about Magic Stone. I love Magic Stone.
I don't think I have to roll anything for it, but I can't fucking find it now.
What are you looking for?
Shield Other, here it is. It lasts for an hour.
Damn.
The subject 1 deflection bonus to AC and a +1 resistance bonus on saves. Additionally, the subject takes only half damage from all wounds and attacks, including those dealt by special abilities that deal hit point damage. The amount of damage not taken by the warded creature is taken by me. Forms of harm that do not involve hit points, such as charms, blah 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 blah, are not affected. Yeah. If a subject suffers points from a lower Constitution score, the reduction is not split between you and him.
Ooh, +2 to, or is that a +1? +1 deflection bonus. Sorry, I'm also reading the spell to myself.
Alright then, you cast your spell.
Oh.
Your life force.
And then I turn to the horses, and from this distance I go, easy, easy.
Your lovely motions with bow in hand do nothing to calm the horses, and in fact, they do bolt away to the north.
Woo.
That wasn't to the north.
They know
It
mine.
went
They're-
southeast.
I didn't find those. Fine, there you go. They're gone now. They bolt away to the north.
They run through the house and through the woods.
2 grammar in this house they go.
Was that
Can I move?
No, you just turn around and you're like, easy horses. Easy horse.
Just imagine him saying,
Yeah,
easy
yes, no.
horse, first one runs away. Easy
I'm gonna
horse,
go with
second
no.
one runs away.
Okay.
You gave your valiant efforts, yet the horses were unable to contain themselves any longer. Let's see here. The champion goblin is dead. Ukar, it is your turn.
Woo!
Yeah, fuck that goblin.
I'm not sure which one I want to attack.
Spread out.
Hmm.
Sounds like Delane's gonna kill the orange. This.
Yeah,
I
I'm
suppose
just
if I'm gonna-
debating. I'm gonna go
I
over
suppose if
here.
you kill it off, it won't get an attack, because it'll get an attack before
Yeah,
it's her turn.
I'm gonna attack this goblin in an effort to kill it before it attacks somebody again. Wow. 16. Does that hit it?
It does.
Woo! Is a 1d6 plus 2. 4.
It's still standing there, trying to brush the burn off of its tongue. And you come around and you just punch its oblong head so hard that his neck just snaps. It
Yes!
falls down.
I killed something! It's my first kill of the campaign.
The goblins. It is their turn. Goblin Green discards his bow, pulls out his sword. And attempts to stab you with it. Because that's what you do with swords, right?
In theory.
But in his shaken state, his uneasy sword hand, just flails about in front of you. As he goes, "Long Shank, stay away from me!"
Miss me?
So he's got. Oh yeah. Goblin Red, bearing for his life from the Goblin Slayer, runs towards Throven and the relative safety therein.
Attack opportunity.
Woo!
Sure is. Take it.
Did it?
Can I use skills with an attack of opportunity if I wanted to? Or no?
I believe it is just a normal attack.
I have
Like anything that you used prior is still active.
Okay. 16.
I have a question.
Yo.
Did I get an attack of opportunity for him sheathing his crossbow?
He just dropped it on the ground.
I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Because those two things are different.
Indeed. Goblin Red runs away from Barlow, but instead gets an axe to the back and falls
Yeah,
dead.
he does.
Woo! Killed
Never mind,
like what?
Dead.
3 goblins, 4 goblins now?
Yes. Yep, 3.
Killed
Goblin-
most of the things we fought.
Red and Blue, seeing the massacre,
Don't be scared.
turns tail
Don't be scared.
and starts fleeing.
he didn't just flee.
Jesus.
He
Movement
just like
is on a goblin.
flew. It's 20 times 4?
He's fleeing carefully. Delane. You can see a goblin running away, and you can see a goblin trying to stab Ukar very pitifully.
I totally hit that one that's running away.
Should I?
Damage have been done to it.
Yeah, then maybe Aldian can finish him off from the distance.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I go for the red and blue goblin with magic missile.
Your magic missile hits, and he stumbles slightly, but continues to go. Thovid.
Is it my turn?
It is.
There's no way I can actually make it up to him. Actually,
If you do a run, you can get there, but
yeah, I'm gonna run.
Sure.
times 4 movement. Ba-da-da-bow.
I can overtake him.
Get in front of him. So that's like what, 120 feet? That point?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in front of him.
Is that an run? Is it an ability, or are you like?
It's an action, like
No,
It's
an
just
action.
it
That's
takes a
all I
whole-
could do.
Okay. As soon as he gets away 30 feet away from me, the shield other breaks.
you can go get the horses.
So
now.
Grib, I like how we did the same thing.
is it my turn?
Thoven has gone, so it is indeed Barlow's turn.
Oh, that's right. Barlow's before me.
Yes, you are last.
Goblin, I'm gonna miss him.
I'm running to Goblin Green.
I'm gonna shoot.
Still gonna
I'm gonna shoot for a bit.
try to bury the kill.
And
with
if I
the
would've
knife.
had-
Son of a bitch!
It would have hurt me, but now it's not going to.
14 to hit.
While this goblin is very shaky with his hand, he's actually quite deft on his feet and dodges your axe.
No.
You gotta eventually miss some goblin. I
Right.
mean, eventually.
I've killed 3 out of 5 attacks. I've killed 3 things.
This would be a completely different battle if Barlow wasn't here.
Yes, it
Yes,
would.
we know
Yeah,
all
I
too
probably
well.
would have
We know.
died.
We know how it goes. Okay.
All-
Dwarven arrow.
Dwarven
From here.
arrow, huh?
Dwarven arrow. Elvish arrow from here. Whoops. Ignore the initiative.
That's not 20. 0.3.
Ignore
0.3.
Ignore the initiative.
I mean, it's the same modifier.
That's a 24 to hit
Max damage.
and
Actually, 9 damage.
11.
Or is that?
10 damage.
10
That's
damage.
dead goblin damage.
It's a
You
nice roll.
carefully aim your bow, loose your arrow, makes a whistling noise as it goes through the air, comes down just in time for the goblin to go, "What's that noise?" Right in the eyeball.
Nice.
Whistle.
I just
Order.
imagine.
Hit the deck. Come on, goblin.
I just imagine Alden just like fires an arrow. He just turns around and just holds up a finger as he's walking back to the horse. Walking in the direction of the horses. I'm like, ha ha! Oh.
Whoops.
You stop
We're
the
both
goblin's
like-
tracks.
We both look up, me and the goblin. We're like, what's that? The goblin dies. I'm like, oh, okay.
And I start heading towards the horses.
Rah!
They are very far away.
Think you can? Can he only take like a 5-foot step, or can he move do a half?
I didn't.
He
move.
could do his 30 feet.
Yeah, he didn't move at all.
My turn?
Let's see here. Shoot, that was Alden's turn. Ukar.
Woo! I'm gonna swing around to get flanking on this goblin. And I am going to punch it in the back of the head.
Probably fatally, if I had a guess.
He's gonna miss.
Please.
It is a 22.
Just misses the goblin and punches Barlow in the face.
Just follows through and punches
Right.
Barlow.
You punch him square in the back of the head.
For 8 damage.
You rupture an unknown ulcer and he falls dead.
Oh, Graham, I had a wonderful way for him to die.
I killed 2 goblins.
Punches straight through him and he just opens up his head holding his art.
Punches him in the back of the he staggers forward and just falls onto Barlow's axe.
Congratulations.
When I'm not dying.
Scream like a war dog.
Okay. If battle is over, I am going to head up to the northern farm and see if our horses are there.
Might as well see if there's anything useful around here.
I'm gonna help Barlow search the goblins.
I'm not going to do that. I am not going to do that. I'm going to cast create water on top of the house. Oh, why did the music stop? It is really put something else on.
Victory fanfare.
Okay.
Hear it.
That's copyright.
Yay, copyright.
Hey,
Actually, I don't know if it
somehow
is anymore.
works.
It probably is. Okay, I can create 2 gallons of water.
This is fine.
I guess I don't know how big this actually means. It says that you can create in an area as small as will actually contain the liquid, or in an area 3 times as large. So it's 2 gallons.
So, like, you can make like a
2
hug's worth of just rain for like 2 seconds.
Well, we should.
Too much.
What is the state of the house at this point since we've been battling?
Well, 20 seconds. Or 30 seconds.
It has actually been 54 seconds.
Sure.
That shit was about to wear
At
off,
this
y'all.
point, the door that y'all had unlocked is now completely engulfed in flame. The back door is open and just letting in all the air, and you can peer in and just, it's an inferno.
What can you tell us about the burning tree?
It appears to be an oak.
Does it look
Okay, I'm
like?
just going for the horses.
Does it
Head
look
for the
like?
horses.
If this stuff just burns to the ground, it's not going to affect anything nearby.
You gauge that there's a chance that if the wind shifts correctly, it could catch this tree line on fire.
Mm-hmm.
As I head towards the horses, I turn and I yell back to Thovin, "Retrieve my arrows!" And I keep walking.
I mean, we don't really have any way of putting out fires, so I'm just gonna search the dead goblins for. I want to help Barlow search the goblins, and I also want to pick up my 1 dog slicer. Try and pick up my 1 dog slicer that I threw earlier.
Oh god, I forgot you threw that at the very beginning. I was just like, you didn't throw anything this time.
The very first thing I did,
Indeed.
because I didn't want to move closer for an attack, because I knew I wouldn't be able to move away.
You are able to retrieve your dog slicer.
Woo!
Gob
But
slicer.
you notice that on
It
the
is now a
ground
gob
it
slicer.
was just less than an inch away from landing on a solid rock. And you're like, woo, that would have been bad.
Landing on a solid rock. Oh, because it would have broke it, probably.
Yeah, totally would have.
Sure. Alright.
But it's fine. It's no big deal.
What if I find a snail guy?
Hmm?
What do I find on snail guy?
Yeah, what do we find for loot in general, I guess?
On Snail Guy, you find hold on, I gotta do a thingamajig. You find that he is wearing studded leather. You also find his you find his horse chopper and also his short bow and a quiver of arrows, as well as a vial of some unknown substance.
No, I'm not over there, but I could probably tell you what.
Oh, that's what I planned. Okay, so studded leather, hoist chopper, vial. What was the rest? How many arrows?
20.
20 arrows.
Unknown substance for the
Supply
vial.
of arrows.
Yeah. And you said bow?
Short bow.
Short bow.
Small.
You
Goblin size.
also find a pouch with 4 stones in it.
Boom boom rocks.
Okay. What else do we find on the rest of the goblins?
The rest of the goblins you find.
How many dog choppers is Weave gonna take this time?
Well, there are. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just want to know, like, how heavy are they? Because he has to like stay below a certain weight. Doesn't he?
I can actually tell you that because I have them written down in my inventory. They are. That's not the right tab. Where did I put them?
These goblins are actually carrying short swords.
Oh.
By the way.
So basically
They weigh
daggers.
about 2.
You find 7 short swords of small. You find 7 short bows, small.
Are you taking this all down, Nares?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Hold on.
They are wearing their rags.
Times 7.
And let's see here. Drawer. And between all of them, you find
22.
64 arrows for these bows.
Oh, 64 arrows. Jeez. Okay.
Little arrows.
Is that
Yeah,
including the 20 I find on the snail guy?
Not including him.
Okay, including him, so 64 in all. I guess can I go around and try to pick up Alden's arrows too? What is that?
1 regular and 2 elvish. That's what I fired.
Now, also on these goblins, you find pouches, inside of which you find a total of 60 gold pieces.
Jesus, these goblins are rich.
Well, they just looted a house, so...
So we're
It's a
looting the
rich
house,
family.
essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. We're looting the looters of the house.
Anyway, what did you say for how many arrows you shot?
2 elvish and 1 regular.
You do not retrieve your regular, but you retrieve both elvish.
More important arrows to retrieve. Sweet.
I just feel like we're like kids just picking up our toys after playing with them.
I think of an
about any,
astrologian
think
picking
about
up his
any-
cards after battle.
think about any RPG you've ever played. In the first like 6 hours, you keep everything.
Rags? Oh yeah, I'll take those.
And if it's Skyrim, in the first 86 hours, you
Bones.
keep everything.
All the wheels of cheese.
Especially the wheels of cheese.
Skulls.
No, just the wheels of cheese. Best one is with the guy with a house full of wheels of cheese. Like he went out collecting them. Oh, great. Okay, I have a list going. Well, I have a list.
About this time, the wind gusts strangely, and some of the embers from the burning tree fall dangerously close to the tree line.
Should probably think about putting this out.
You got
Be nice. If our
enough-
cleric didn't run away, they could make water.
I'm not even here, so I'm gonna go have a cigarette. Oh,
we don't have
I
enough
just bit my
water
thumb.
sources.
There's no water nearby.
Exactly.
None of you guys are carrying water?
I've got a gallon of water. That's not gonna put out.
I
a
wish I
burning
had
flame.
a cleric that could make water, try to finish his spell instead of horses.
Is there a
Not
well
real.
and like a bucket somewhere nearby?
While you consider this, the embers that just flew onto the grass ignite. They're tiny little flames.
Can I pour a little bit of water? Can I stomp them out?
Yes.
Okay, I do that while looking for a well.
Everything that you told Thovin is the loot of all the goblins, right? And everything.
Yes.
Okay.
I just put it in the list.
Divvy it up after we're done
I
dealing
tell
with this
I tell
fire.
I tell Thovin to run after Aldian, try to get him to come back.
I
Dude,
take
I'm
off
like
sprinting after Alden.
20, 30, 40, 50 miles away.
You reason that there
It's okay.
must be a well, but in these rural areas, there's no telling how far away it is or in what direction.
Well, the good thing is Thovin can run faster than you, so he can catch you.
No,
So-
actually, I cannot.
So either we
By
just
chance, do I catch the horses? How long is this taking? Have I made it to the next farmstead yet?
I'm going to say that they've been at this for probably about 10 minutes. Let me bring up the map.
We're about half a mile or so away.
probably would have been faster to go to. Oh, never
Watch
mind. You're
these guys leave. 4 more goblins show up. This is gonna happen.
not- Okay, we got you here to kill them all.
Right. And I'm here.
And Delane. You can shoot magic missiles and acid spits.
She can more magic missile. She used all.
She got one more, I think. Oh no, she
She
shot the
does.
4th one at the far away one, right?
No,
Yeah, she shot.
she
She
did.
shot. Yeah, I think she has one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You end up having to go all the way up to the next homestead, and the farmer there is just staring bewildered at these 4 black horses and 1 white horse.
Whose is the white horse? Is the white horse mine?
I thought that was Delane's.
I don't
Someone
remember.
had a white horse.
White
I forget.
horse
It
was
was
Delane.
All I wrote down was his
Her-
name.
Hers was
Yeah.
special because Foxglove
Yeah.
was sitting on her.
Is it with her? Okay. So I retrieved the horses after, what are you thinking, like
10 minutes.
20 minutes or so?
I'll,
Hour. Or not an hour, a mile. They're a mile away.
yeah, it's a mile away.
He's,
Getting,
fit, he's a fit man. Probably 10 minutes.
getting them back
Was going to be the
at
harder part.
once proves to be the difficult part. It ends up taking you about 45 minutes, all in all.
I'm running after him,
Did,
so I'll probably meet him and help him.
All right.
Yeah.
Be like 30.
Well, this house is fucked.
Meanwhile, like
Already
Barlow and I are just like stomping out embers as they fly off
Stomping
this
out.
tree, trying to
Trying
prevent
to
more
s-
fire.
Yes, on the wood line.
All right. So Thovin and I have the horses. We ride back, I guess.
Be the smarter way.
Did the farmer help us?
Nah, he was all like, "Oh, I was wondering whose horses those were." Well, there you go.
Was this the one that
He
was in
didn't
the
help us at
middle,
all.
middle of the field?
No,
Oh,
but
this
it
wasn't
was
that
not
one.
the big one. It was just somebody else. He was disappointed that he didn't have 5 free horses.
There's
4.
4. There's
There's
4. 1, 2, 3. There's 5.
5, sorry.
I'm gonna tell him about the goblin attack while we're, before we leave, and the farmstead a mile south of here, just so that he's aware.
Oh no, not the Schmitz! They've been my best neighbors.
The Schmitz.
Do you know if any of them got out?
Haven't found anybody.
You got Schmidt on ya.
But by the time we get the house was ablaze and the goblins were all over the place. There was no way we could get into the house. We haven't seen any bodies. We didn't hear any screams. We didn't see anyone running.
Tell me when I get
technically
there.
you don't know. You left.
I'm just telling him what I know.
Right.
I mean, that's...
Also, while me, Weave, and Delaney here look around for any signs of humanoid bodies, I guess, or anything else of interest.
It's a character. It's a creature type. Humanoid.
Okay, so yeah, I guess Tobin and I have the horses and we're coming back.
Okay, well,
Oh.
Okay.
Is there any dead humans around? Need to roll perception or whatever?
you search around, but you don't see any corpses other than the goblins.
Should probably throw these goblins on the tree. Or under the tree so they burn the tree.
Can I look around for like tracks of maybe what direction these goblins came from?
They came.
Roll that survival.
Did they come from the north?
Yeah, we followed them here.
Well, just making sure. Shut up. Let me play.
You can tell that they came from the northeast, and they seem to make their final approach through the wheat field.
Okay. Is there any human tracks around the doorways of the house to see if there's any signs of the people from the house getting out?
There are many humanoid tracks, both out the back and around the fields and out the front, and they're so jumbled you couldn't tell if they are fresh or not.
And they're heading north and
Well,
west?
they seem to be just the normal everyday comings and goings of the family.
Nothing distinct.
Yep.
Okay. You said there was no well nearby.
None that you're aware of.
Anything to add, Delaney or Ukar, before Sylvan and them get back?
Oh, I'm busy stomping out embers.
He's
as
just
they
walking
fall.
around stomping up members.
I assume that the tree is probably burning down by this point, and I'm assuming it hasn't, since Grim hasn't said anything. Hasn't
It's a pretty big tree. You judge that it's gonna
burned for a while.
be a couple of hours before it's burnt all the way down.
All right.
But what time in the day is it?
It's at this point like early afternoon, like just past noon.
So shy of resting, we've got nothing better to do.
Shall we fast forward to them getting back with the horses?
Yes, are we back?
I got nothing else to add to this, so.
Seeing Ukar just randomly walking around and stepping on embers that are flying off of the tree, right? They're flying off the tree. To my whatever. Can I just since create water is a fucking orison spell, can I just continuously do it above the tree until it's out?
You can make it rain. It will take a good while.
I mean, yeah. How long are we talking?
You could probably get it out in about 2 hours of just continuous rain.
I mean, it's either that or we let it burn. What do you guys think?
I think we should actually put it out
I'd-
before.
We should at least try and get the tree out, because it's gonna... before it lights these other trees on fire. The
Alright.
house... I made it...
So for the next 2 hours, I just make it rain. And I
Make
don't
it
know what are we
rain.
going to do with the goblin bodies. Are we going to pile them up and burn them separately
Yeah.
in a controlled spot?
Throw them in the house while it's burning.
No.
No? Okay.
More tinder? Yeah, no.
We'll burn them
Should I
separately then.
put the house? How long would it take me to put the house out?
Ever.
I'd say pile the goblins maybe over here.
I'm back. Was there?
About an hour into your endeavors with the tree, you start hearing some random creaks in the house, like breaking wood, kind of thing. And
We
then
decided
right
to put
as,
the house
Collapse.
shapes and put
and about as
Goblin
the
monument.
tree is getting put out, the house itself collapses in, and just becomes shambles.
Well,
yes, the goblin monument is we piled the goblins over there and we burned them, put the tree out. And can I put the house out, or just like start putting the house out? Do we care about the house?
I think the house is
I mean,
fine. It's beyond
should we
rescue.
just-
Long
I know,
as it-
but just leaving a raging inferno might. I guess. I mean, how is it? Is it like dying down now?
Yeah, the collapsed roof actually did a lot to put out the fire.
Make it rain.
It's still not gonna be good to,
Barlow, get out of the fire!
but
I'm just gonna get things wet so that it's,
yeah.
especially around the house, a good location. Just make it rain.
And while he's doing that,
Make it
and
rain on number 2.
we've after we've piled up the goblins for burning, I want to see if I can figure out what that potion was.
Yeah, I hand
You
him.
may do a
He also
Alchemy
had
check?
some pouch with stones in it too. Should check that out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna really check out after he does that. Examine them.
I believe an alchemy would do the trick. You want to roll it?
Ooh, 15.
Is it a potion that allows someone to reroll their decks?
Wow. No, it is in fact a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Dibs.
I don't know.
Probably.
Thovin might need that. He takes a lot of damage for some reason.
I took the most damage that round, and usually Alden never is near me to cure me, so that's why I use that potion. Cause it's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
every
it was-
turn.
You probably would have fun not using the potion, but I mean, you're right. I was nowhere near you, and to get close enough to heal you,
I've taken
Oh,
way too many
kinda.
turns.
healed
Okay,
the enemies.
I want to take a look at the 4 stones. Are there any markings on the stones or anything I can just find out from the stones? Or are they just like literal stones?
They are tiny, shiny rocks.
Nothing magical about
Aldian, is there any magical about these rocks?
Arcana, baby.
Let me see. Arcana.
Are you
I
trained in
guess.
Arcana?
He is. Oh my god.
I am.
These are rocks! Duh!
Roll for
Fancy.
delay.
Go roll.
I'm
for
gonna hold
delay.
on to those
Just-
4 stones.
I could throw them at things.
They're shiny stones. It could be something else.
I could throw them at things.
You know what? I'm gonna use an appraise on the stones.
Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain.
Nat 20 on the stones.
I'm like, oh, these are rocks, dude. Oh my god, no, no. Hold on. Can I be an asshole?
No.
No.
I mean, you
'Cause I
already
just wanna
are,
check
but
it. Because he handed me a stone.
It is
right?
in your
Just-
name.
You handed me a single stone.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna be like, this is a rock, dude, and I'm just gonna throw it behind me.
Where? Like,
Just just kind of maybe
Motherfucker.
up about. I don't know. I just like
Over
a
his
toss, just a
shoulder?
toss behind my shoulder. So I mean,
Oh,
I'm
God.
facing towards the
Oh
house.
god, what the fuck is
I'm
gonna
facing
happen?
towards the house, making it rain. So it's gonna be like 10, 15 feet behind me. Somewhere around here is where I'm thinking it would land.
I mean, good lord, how hard do you toss over your shoulder? I guess that is a tiny stone, so.
I mean,
it's a pretty gentle
it's a
throw.
stone.
10 feet.
Thovin, you pull out the first stone to appraise it. Aldian snatches it from your hand. Goes, it's a stone, man. Tosses it behind him. And as it goes, it catches the light, and you know it to have been an amethyst.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Why not? Just go look for it.
I'm gonna go look for it.
Find it.
Where
make
is
it
it?
rain. Making it rain.
Just say that's
Well,
a jewel, you
amethyst.
idiot.
I'm just like I go over and just try and find it in the bushes.
Roll that perception check. Ja-la-la-la.
Rune, stop being an asshole.
Fuck.
I got a 1, man. Totally.
I'm
Would
gonna
you
help
like
him.
to just take your 10?
Yes, I'm gonna take my 10 to find that thing.
Can I help him?
Are the rest of the jewels amethyst too? The other 4 stones?
As you are looking, you take a break eventually, because it takes you some minutes to find the
Making it rain. Making it rain. Making it rain.
You know that one of them is a smoky quartz. One of them is a Purdue.
Wait, hold on. Amethyst.
Quartz. Purdue.
And the fourth is an opal.
Opal, amethyst, Purdue, opal,
Quartz.
smoky.
Smoky quartz.
What is this E-rock that I don't know what
Smoky.
you're using?
What was it one more time?
A
Smoky,
smoky
quartz.
quartz. Amethyst. And a what?
I've never heard of a
Opal.
Purdue. You mean
Spell
a
this shit. Like,
Oh, peridot.
yeah, isn't that like,
That's not a
Purdue.
Purdue.
the eye is not silent.
It's a peridot.
Okay, cool.
The eye is not silent.
Magnesium-rich variant of...
I know what it is
Oblivion.
now that he's saying it, or now that we know what
We
he's
know
saying,
it.
but... Sorry, yeah.
Purdue.
It's a rock.
Apparently, the T is silent too.
No, the T sounds like an L. Purdue.
Just kidding, Grandma.
Anyway,
Okay. Have
It
I
takes
substantially
over in a
put
solid
those
half
away?
hour, but he finds the amethyst.
Yay! I hold it up to the sun and be like, my precious. Just put it back in the pouch.
I love how when we all search this together, apparently Thovin just got everything.
Well,
Well,
I,
I've been taking.
Well, I
taking
did that. I've
everything
just
with,
been
like-
keeping track of everything.
Right.
is
Also,
there-
it was on this particular bag
Although-
was on the chief.
Big
Chief.
dude. Although Barlow is the pack mule.
Well, those stones don't weigh shit.
No, they don't.
Right, but he also has like 7 bows.
a whole bunch of
60.
swords.
I have
arrows.
8 short bows. I have 64 arrows, 7 short swords, studded leather armor, horse chopper. I was thinking once we get back, then we could go ahead and divvy all this stuff up. I'm gonna give
I
you
mean, I
back
figured by
your
now you probably just
elfish
put it.
arrows. So go ahead and add those to your. I'm gonna take that off.
I already did.
first. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and hand out 12 gold pieces to everybody.
12 gold pieces.
Get to have the lane to it.
She's not here. More for no, I'm just kidding.
2 gold.
Oops, I do not have 678 gold pieces.
Anything I can turn into an improvised throwing weapon?
Everything.
I mean, I could throw
I
them
mean, you
short swords.
improvise. I think
I'm guessing the
You
horse
can throw
chopper is
anything.
masterwork.
Thing.
Is the horse chopper masterwork?
I don't know. Is it?
Oh,
Where is
praise.
I want to
It sure is.
Okay.
because I want to feel special too.
You guys are both certain
You're both
that it's...
I'm pretty sure this is masterwork. Do you think this is
Is there
masterwork?
anything
Yeah, I believe
special
Hey, I
with
think you're
any?
right, Thovin.
Is
Yeah.
there anything special with the short bow then?
No, it isn't.
Or the swords.
Oh, short.
I mean, how much do the swords weigh? I can carry a couple of them. Maybe throw them later.
We have horses. Weight is not a thing.
Oh,
Wait,
I
is
don't know if we have like packs on the horses or anything. To
Oh, yeah, I
carry.
don't think we got
I
packs with
think
them.
it was discussed that we had small somethings hanging over them.
You all suddenly realize that you're very hungry. Or at least, pretty hungry. It's well past lunch, and you haven't eaten. And then you fought.
Hold on.
Is the house
I'm
done?
gonna Eat my food in my pack.
Yeah, it's finally under control. It's smoldering. You know that it's not going to be very safe to enter until probably tomorrow, but it's not in danger of reigniting or anything.
Okay, it's harvest time. You said these were cabbages and what?
I'm going to go with cabbages and leeks.
I'm just gonna eat
I'm just
a trail
gonna go.
ration.
go take some of those and make myself a small lunch out of the fauna. Fauna? Yeah, fauna is plants, isn't it? Or am I the other way around?
I'm gonna eat my medieval MRE.
Oh no, fauna is animal life. I was gonna make a salad out of the animal life.
I'm gonna eat my trail ration to hold me over
Same.
until a good meal. And
Delane died in real life. Oh no,
She's back.
no. Delane's like, I want to go to bed.
about what time is it?
Midnight.
It's taking y'all a solid 4 hours to get all the fire under control, so it is about 5.
So we've pretty much got go back to town.
We got a
as an
great
option.
fire here. No.
It's like 3-4-ish hours before nightfall.
Okay, so if
I say what we should do is actually go to the farm up north and ask for lodging. Therefore, we're out here.
by the
there's a-
river or
One to the
One
like
where
you got the
horses
southwest.
if
Exactly,
you look at
one
the
where we got
map,
the horses from.
if you look at the map, there is a house just a little southeast from here.
Oh, or we could go there.
Let's say we go there.
Maybe
It's
we should go
closer,
check
and
that place out.
it's another one to inspect, anyways. Then we're not coming back this direction the next day.
And we can inform them of their neighbors. We didn't find any human. Can we kind of search? No, you said we couldn't go inside. Can we like see any like bones, hands sticking up
It
in
would
the?
be
There's
under
no
the
windows.
collapsed roof.
You do not see any skeletal remains. or thumbs up in the fire.
Okay, Terminator 2 reference. Yes.
I was about to say it. I was just like, is he making a Terminator reference?
You see none of these things.
Okay.
Just
I'll
a
do
collapsed
that.
house.
I'd say we go to the house to the southeast and
Yeah.
see
That's
if
what
they'll
I-
let us at least camp or give us some shelter for the night, and tomorrow morning we can continue on our journey, or go and maybe reverse follow the tracks where they came from and destroy all the goblins there.
They came across a river. We might not be able to find it.
Let's just go camp.
Plus, we'd be going right into a goblin. Like,
Did say destroy all the goblins. Anyways,
we go to the house to the southeast.
Delane's just been over in the corner, sitting by herself, doing nothing this entire time. Wishing she can go to bed.
we're getting there.
Get to the farmstead.
Get to
And
the
knock on the
farmstead.
door. Knock, knock, knock. Can I be like,
Who's that?
Uncle? No. Could be long lost
Uncle?
uncle.
You hear some loud shuffling from inside the house. And someone call out, "Who's that?"
It is I, Barlow of Sandpoint, good farmer, and we just dispatched goblins from the whatever direction, west, south, northwest. We're seeking shelter for the night. Is there any accommodations you could maybe have that we could sleep for the night and then be on our way in the morning?
He slowly opens the door and pokes his head around. And you can see a spatula in his hand.
I make those then?
I mean, it's...
I draw my bow. No.
I put my hand. I looked at Alden and put my hand down. Easy cleric.
Dispatched. You mean you killed them?
Yes, sir. We did. We came upon a
Group of.
house ablaze and lots of goblins. We came out here
How do
to
you?
check for signs of, making sure people weren't being attacked and things like that. I go on and on about how Sandport was attacked and that we're making sure that they don't try to take control of the farmlands and all that fun jazz.
What proof do you have you did all these things?
I also
Pull
want to
out
ask
one of
him-
my dog slicers. Like I took this off of one of the dead goblin bodies.
Nara, stop drinking piss.
He so in pauses for a second and then takes a big gulp. No.
Yeah, I mean, just show him all of the
Just like
goblin shit that we just pulled out.
just pull out a shitload of dog slicers.
Car excitedly pulls out all of his
Point.
dog slices.
Oh, I suppose. Is there still smoke in the distance?
I pull out my axe and show him the blood on it. I'm like, does this not look like goblin blood to you, sir?
He sniffs it. Ugh! Only goblins would be that vile. He sniffs it again. And barbarians. Alas! It's good to hear. I'm glad that you came. I have a little Timmy here. He came running whenever his house caught fire. He was in the fields and he managed to make it here. We don't know what happened to his parents, though.
I wanted to
Do you have
ask
any
him
idea?
if he. When we got to the house was ablaze. We didn't
Told him
see
that.
any. I know. He asked us if we knew where his parents were. We didn't see any tracks leading to or from the house that looked out of the ordinary. We couldn't make it into the house. We don't know if his parents made it or
See,
not.
I want to ask the little boy if he knows where his parents were before the goblins attacked.
The little boy comes out from the back rooms. He's a scrawny thing, not very well fed. His hands are just covered in blisters and calluses from all his labors. He's about 10, and he looks at you over from head to toe. Like, no, sir, I wouldn't know where they would go. He just kind of stares at his feet nervously.
Were they in the house before you noticed?
Well,
He noticed the fire, and then he ran, right? Is that what happened?
Yep. I noticed the fire, and I saw the goblins. My parents always told me, if you see goblins, you run. So I ran.
Good boy. Hey. Good job.
Good boy.
Good boy.
And
Oh.
he,
Can always try looking for his parents tomorrow. Get a better.
Good farmer, do you have a barn or extra beds for us to sleep in for the night? Perhaps. We're tired from all the battle and need a good night's sleep. Or if you don't have it,
I don't have a barn, and well, the boy's taking the extra bed. But you're welcome to sleep anywhere you find comfortable.
all right. I'll pitch a tent. 'Cause I have one.
Yeah, you will.
I have a tent.
I just sleep on the floor of his living room.
Wherever you find comfortable.
All right.
Dibs on the spot. I'm just gonna find a corner and just set my
I'll-
stuff down for now.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second watch. Although we're in a house, but I mean,
We didn't necessarily all go into the house, and also there was just a burning house over there.
I know. That's what I was gonna say.
It's like a mile away.
That's about no. That's
I mean, if I take 2 and you take 2 hours, then Thovin has slept for his 4 hours and he can just take watch for the rest
Exactly.
of the night.
good enough for me.
Yeah.
Or we could all
Always
just
great
take
to have an elf.
1 hour.
One
We'll all
hour,
take
1 hour,
1 hour,
1 hour,
and then
Thovin
Thovin can
takes
just be
4 more.
up for the last 4 hours.
Oh, there we go.
whatever. It works. I just want to make sure we have somebody on watch because
In case the goblins.
Is there any
come.
more dialogue before we actually go to bed
Because-
and do watches and stuff?
Goblin.
Said, is there any more dialogue before we actually go to bed and do all the watch stuff and everything, or no?
Nah, we're good.
Well,
Can he
I
tell
was
me
actually
anything
gonna say
about the
it's
Schmitz?
getting pretty late. I knew.
yeah,
It's
this
too early to go to bed.
this is where we stop.
Does he have anything important to tell me about the Schmitz?
Can we
why
discuss
a
it with
goblin
him in the morning?
horde might have farmed? I just want to know if it's something
They're
that's put in the
Jewish.
session or just-
That's racist.
'cause if there's nothing, I won't.
Jews
I won't worry about
exist?
the next session, but- Okay.
That explains why they had so much money.